cooler but busy days are here, and if you're looking for a delicious yet easy meal to feed you and your family, look no further. This Ravioli Lasagna will not only have your mouth watering, but dinner on the table in 30 minutes. Hey friends, welcome back to Simply Home and Harvest. I'm Jen, and today is kind of an exciting day in our town because we had a really nice Goodwill in our neighborhood that we frequented a lot, and they closed down because they wanted to combine a couple of the Goodwills in our area and make one big store. So today is the grand opening, and Alex and I are out. We had some dentist appointments this morning, and so we thought we would treat ourselves to lunch. But first we want to go in here and take a look at this brand new store, and I thought maybe I'll bring you along with us and we'll see if we can find anything. We've definitely found the crowd though. The sky is so pretty today. So we saw some things we liked. In fact, we stood in line for about 10 or 15 minutes. I had a piece of cast iron. I had been looking for like a flat cast iron, like a round piece for biscuits or something like that. And then also there was a little wheelbarrow that I thought would be cute, a decorative piece. And we thought that we were close to the register. And then after we stood there for about 15 minutes, we realized that it turned right, went all the way to the back of the store, went down the side, back around, and then curved in a couple of times. And we kind of estimated the time, and it looked like we would have to stand in line for at least another 45 minutes to an hour. And it's lunchtime and we're hungry, so I looked at that little cast iron piece and the little wheelbarrow, and I said, you know, I really don't have to have this. I don't know if it's worth it. And Alex was pretty ready to go, although he did spy some shoes that he liked there. So I don't know, maybe we'll venture back once the newness wears off. But this place is packed. I mean, it was shoulder to shoulder. I tried to record in there, but it was just everywhere you turn, you were bumping into somebody. So probably, first day that it's open, it's probably not the best day to come. I mean, it is for deals and stuff, but anyway, good to see that they're getting some business. All right, we're gonna go grab some lunch, and then I have a dinner that I'm wanting to fix tonight. It's a brand new dish, and I thought you guys might like to see it now that we're going into the cooler season, the comfort foods. I'm starting to think ahead to what I wanna fix for the fall. So we will make that together here in a little bit, but first we gotta get some lunch, do a few little things, and then I'll see you back. All right, guys, we are back, and it's time to fix this delicious, I hope, dinner that I have planned for tonight. And this is a brand new recipe. I saw this over on YouTube. You are on YouTube. I saw this on Mandy in the Making, and I love her channel and seeing all the recipes that she tries out. So this one really caught my attention because I love a good ravioli, and I figured that the rest of the family would too. So we're gonna try this one out tonight. It seems so easy, simple ingredients, and minimal time prep, which is really gonna be helpful. We're getting very close to the fall season, and back to school, lots of sports activities, events, the calendar is getting full again, and so it's better to gravitate towards something easy. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. So I'm gonna show you the ingredients, so easy, quick, and hopefully it's gonna be delicious, and you'll wanna give this one a try. All right, so it calls for 1 pound of either Italian sausage or ground beef. I happened to pick this one up. Actually, I believe it was Tim that picked it up. He loves to go shopping for meat deals at Food Line. So he got this at Food Line. It is hot, which is concerning in a way because I don't like things that are too spicy. So hopefully the cheese and everything will balance out the heat there. And then we just need a bag of frozen ravioli. She didn't even thaw it or boil it or anything. She just put it right into the dish. So that's what we're gonna do too. We've got the cheese ravioli. And then we've got 2 cups of shredded cheese. I just opted to go ahead and buy the pre-shredded. Y'all know how much I like shredding it myself, but to save time, this is the route we're gonna take. And then we needed ricotta cheese. And then we need marinara sauce or pasta sauce. I had a little bit left over in this jar, and then we're gonna use our canned pasta sauce here. So that's all. Pretty simple ingredients. This recipe is so simple. I will be sure to type it out and leave it down below for you in the description box. But the first thing we're going to do is just cook our Italian sausage. And then once we get that cooked, I just added that jar of marinara sauce to it. You just choose whatever your favorite brand is. And then you just want to add a layer of that down in the bottom. Now, the reason this is called lasagna is because you're going to layer it like lasagna, even though we're using the ravioli as our actual pasta here. I'm using about half of the bag of ravioli for our first layer, and then we're going to add our ricotta on top. Now, I only did one layer of ricotta. That is totally a preference. I got to thinking that the ravioli already had some ricotta cheese inside of it, so I didn't want to add too much, and what I did was actually perfect. So about, I guess, half of this container, just put little dollops down, and then I'll spread that out, and then we will continue with our second layer. At this point, we're going to add our shredded cheese. Now, I'm adding some Italian style cheese blend. You could use mozzarella or whatever cheese you prefer. So about half the bag right here, and then we'll continue the layers. We'll finish it off with the sauce. Then it goes into an oven at 400 degrees, preheated oven, 400 degrees. And we're going to bake that with some aluminum foil on top for about 20 minutes. And then once it has baked for about 20 minutes, we're going to remove the foil. We're going to add on the rest of the cheese on top and then bake for another 5 to 10 minutes until that cheese is melted and bubbly. Yeah, well, that is in the oven for about 20 minutes with the aluminum foil. Then we'll take that off. We'll add that remaining cup of shredded cheese, put it back in the oven for about 10 minutes and let that melt and heat through. But while we're waiting on that, we're going to go ahead and make a side dish. I was debating on what to do to go with this. We've got some frozen broccoli I could have made, but I'm about the only, maybe one other person in this house will eat the broccoli. But I thought that probably a salad would be better. And the reason I thought this is because, tell me, have you done this before? But I bought this huge thing of spring mix, you know, probably a week or two ago at Sam's Club, thinking about all the salads I was going to make with it, stuck it in the bottom drawer of our refrigerator because I couldn't put it anywhere else and forgot about it. So it needs to be used. I don't think we're going to be able to eat this much salad tonight. And once I open this, you guys know what will happen. It will start to go bad. So I just kind of scoured the refrigerator to see what we had in there. I found a carrot, cucumber, some grape tomatoes, and some celery. And I think I'll just toss all that together and we will have a little simple side salad to go along with it. And then I had a few of those little biscuit bites left from dinner last night. So I'm not going to make any garlic toast. I thought about it, but I think that this is going to be plenty. So that's what I'm going to put together. And as soon as all that's done, we will see how this ravioli lasagna turns out. This smells just like lasagna. It is bubbly hot, so we're gonna let it sit for a few minutes before we dig in, but I cannot wait. All right, you guys, well, I'm kind of ahead of the game. Dinner is out of the oven. No one is home. Well, Alex is here, but Tim's not home from work. Ella actually left work and went to Goodwill, and I asked her to look for that cast iron flat pan, and I think she's found it. So if that sweet girl brings that cast iron biscuit pan, I don't really know what to call it, but it's the flat pan. I'll let y'all see it. Anyway, I will show you. So fingers crossed she got it. And I'll put that in here. But as soon as everybody gets home, I'm sure they'll be hungry and wanting to eat. So I'll let you know how it was once we dig in. All right, well, we all had dinner except for Ella. She's on her way home, but I'm not going to film anybody because they don't like to be on the camera.
It was great.
So there you have it. It was great. Alex, what'd you think?
It was good.
Yeah.
I like the Italian sausage. It's good.
I think that it would be just as good with the ground beef.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, it,
but,
you know, it didn't, like, make it.
Yeah. Yeah. So either way, but it was really good. Of course, we used the hot Italian sausage, so you don't have to use the hot. If you use the regular, maybe that would probably made it a little bit better for me. I'm not a big fan of Italian sausage. I don't hate it, but I would probably prefer the ground beef on this one. But excellent. We'll make it again for sure. All right. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us today. And when Ella comes in, maybe I'll add to the end of this because I think she brought her mama a present. Yes, I do. So I think she brought Alex a present too. Something that he was looking at today at Goodwill as well. All right. Well, until next time, remember to live simply, use what you have, enjoy the moments you've been given, and I will see you all in the next one. Well, here she is, y'all. My sweet baby girl came through and found the exact pan that I had left behind. Yes, it does need to be cleaned up and conditioned, but we will do all that at another time. Just wanted to give you a little look at what our future biscuits are going to be cooked on. All right, y'all. See you in the next one.